Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Final match of the night, Open Men, match number 4, New Zealand versus Australia. We're just catching our breath because New Zealand Open women have squared the series 2-2 against Australia. A thrilling 70-69 win by 1 run. There's going to be the final tomorrow. But here the New Zealand team, they'll be bowling first. And just want to run through the teams for this one. Ahmed Khawaja in for your company, Guy Coleman alongside me. Colsey, how is the New Zealand team looking?
Yeah, so just one change, mate. We've got Braden Gardner who's come in for Bryce Fellows. So Braden gets another opportunity here to impress. So really, really solid New Zealand side. In my mind, the way the team has been playing, I would suggest that that is their strongest 8 for the squad at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Colsey, we've got Davies, Saunders, Braden Gardner, Mitch Gardner, Hyndman behind the stumps, Stajinsky, Kieran Butler and Corey Perrott. The Australian team, well, very interesting news, I think, coming into this game, Guy. We thought after the loss earlier today, there'd be all guns blazing, trying to seal the series, but they've gone wholesale changes, and really happy to let, I guess you'd call it the bench strength, run and see how they go, but still a strong side nonetheless. Lyle Teskey, Luke Ryan, Jared Armitage, Matt Flores, Jamie Dina, Mark Rice and Damien Gender get their first game. Jamie Dina on his debut. So great achievement for him. Rob Fitzgerald and Joshua Drever. So in come Ryan, Dina, Rice and Drever. Out go Dowse, Justin Perkins, Kieran Perkins and Reece Dennis. Good atmosphere. Building off the women's game. Mitch Gardner ready to go with the pill. Rob Fitzgerald and Luke Ryan. And it's ball 1. And straight down leg side immediately. Down leg side here, so 2 on the board. Of course, New Zealand got the win earlier today to keep the series alive 2-1. And, oh, very good. Saunders, how impressive was he earlier today, the fireman? And is he fired up? Great effort with the bat to close, good effort with the ball. Fired that one back into Hyndman. And gets it off the leg. Chance there for Stajinsky, misses. And through for the single. 3 midway through the first over. Butler there at receiver. Guy Coleman, Open women. Going to be a decider tomorrow. Open men, is there going to be a decider as well?
It's all on, isn't it? I think the New Zealand players have definitely got the belief and the ability. It's amazing when the other teams are around. Other New Zealand teams that win and pick up test wins, how much that can motivate you, show you that it can be done, the belief that you can actually beat, really, really strong Australian units. Atmosphere is building here.
Yeah, isn't it great to see? You can really feel it in the air. Jesse Ryder, BJ Kroll, Paul Baskand and the Wellington crew behind me. I can barely hear it, both of us. Can we get the mics turned up? This is great. Luke Ryan really under pressure here.
Yeah, Mitch Gardner straight back onto his areas, isn't he? He's just following up what a great series he's had already with the ball. Created one chance already, half chance in the corner, and that is a great set. And well played by the Aussies.
Yep, absolutely. Repelled that attack, 8 from the first over. Fitzgerald 4, Luke Ryan 4, and I do like how, expecting he's going to bowl the 5th over, but they've not deviated from that plan to bowl Gardner. And to his credit, Australia have known every game that he's going to be bowling the 1st and the 5th, but to his credit, it's really held his own every single time.
Sure has. You can know what the bowler's bowling, you can know whereabouts they're going to go. You've still got to hit the ball, man. And yeah, when you're going into really good areas, tight areas, it's tough. So the pressure here really is on Luke Ryan. I think that Fitzgerald has batted the house down this tournament so far, this series. I really see the pressure going on Luke Ryan here to see if he can back up his batting partner.
Stacey Hyndman keeping, and that one wraps on the leg. Bit of sloppy work by the New Zealanders, caught napping, and a good call by Ryan to come in. They get through for a single. Yeah,
fantastic call by Ryan, wanting to get down the other end too, showing a really good intent. That's really, really good to see from him.
And great shot, great comeback. Nothing wrong with the delivery there from Hindman, but didn't he just use the pace of the ball, check the shot into the mid-wicket part of the leg side for 2.
Lovely shot by Ryan, letting the ball come onto him. Aussie bats would have done their homework on Hyman and the areas that he's going into.
Great to see the crowd piling in. All the teams from both camps are here. Great local support. This is the most people I've seen in Palmerston or since I've been here. This is brilliant. Yeah, nice effort to Dunsky there. Not afraid to get in the middle are the Kiwis, and I think really that could be a key, just to contain that energy that they're bringing already. Both teams are up for the fight. This is great to see, Colsey.
Yeah, I think 17 people live in Palmerston North, so I think we've probably times that by maybe 100. Hotel rooms are full. Love Palmerston North, it's been beautiful here. Yeah, great areas by Hyman, really nice and full and just getting that length again, and I would love to see the bowling unit as a whole really go for that full length. Get those batters really hitting it hard and late along the ground, as I've been talking about for most of this series, because it's been successful. Oh, Butler's just missed out on that leg side stuffing. That's a great finish to a really good set from Hyman. Just starting to build that pressure. Ryan and Fitzgerald have sucked it up so far, the first 2 sets, and now New Zealand needed to continue that on. Butler to bowl.
Yep. As has would have been quite consistent in that sort of first there. Butler, Gardner, Hindman, probably Davies to finish, I would say.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with the homework done by the coaching staff in the New Zealand side. Victor as a leader, the captain, ringing the changes with the bowling unit. Yeah, they've done really, really well.
Right, it'll be Kieran Butler to bowl, right arm over the wicket. He's got 2 on off. Pierrett, Davies to Dunsky there in the front. Nice shot, squeezes it away through to cover net for 2 Fitzgerald. You got Ben Saunders and Mitch Gardner there on the lines. You got Braden Gardner at receiver. Obviously favouring his hand, as Braden seems to be doing once every couple of weeks.
Butler's not going to be afraid to see that. He's going to like seeing that shot from Fitzgerald, because he's going to play it, and all it's doing is bringing the batting unit, the fielders into play. If he doesn't get it quite right, you've got a chance of getting that out. Liking this from Butler. He's getting some really good hoop at really good pace. Always looking a little bit slower when you're watching it on TV, but I'm telling you right now, he is hooping it. It's coming down.
Yeah, that is a rip. That's a nice take there by Hindman too, but way down leg side. I can definitely see the plan there with Pierrett and Davies patrolling the offside, trying to really hoop it away. Trying a bit too hard there.
Yeah, I think it's a bit unlucky, Butler there. I reckon he snuck that on the inside. Ryan, a bit lucky to get away with that.
Just seemed to get inside the line maybe, and that's probably what caught the umpire's eye, with just a bit of a gap, as opposed to just sort of shuffled across his crease, maybe a bit of a bluff. Oh yeah, like that. That is great cricket. That is a fierce delivery, Colsey. I'm going to invest in a speedball radar at some point, because I reckon that was quick. But Ryan, geez, those hands to pull that one into the leg side net for 2.
Well, mate, before we set up here, you said we'd have a slow burn over this game, you and I. But mate, I'm into this already. The quality is unbelievable. Yeah, that's not so much quality.
Yeah. It's unlucky quality though, isn't it?
And Butler's disappointed. He is bowling a really good set here, and just a couple of little blemishes by the fielding unit have allowed Fitzgerald and Ryan to get through for those cheeky singles.
So 1 ball left in the 2nd over. A fierce over a bowling there from Butler. Good call though from Ryan, unmoved, and you wouldn't have even noticed it because of New Zealand's intensity, but this pair has scored 19, and I could barely probably remember a shot being played across the front half of the court, Guy.
This is amazing Test cricket, mate. What New Zealand have done really have made these batters work really hard for every single run. Let's put aside those 2 extras that they've run. 19 on the board with an over to go. They come out 25 plus. Australia are going to be happy with that.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not Davies, who's usually been finishing the 4th and probably the 16th, but Michael Dudunsky.
Yeah, not surprised to see Dunsky in this role. Good closer of partnerships. He's accurate. He doesn't usually give away too many wides.
Nice delivery there from Dudunsky. Butler lets rip, so that was, again, trying to go away a bit from Fitzgerald. Sorry, rather, yes, it was Fitzgerald. And it's a 3rd ball play as well.
Yeah, a few little mind games being played by the Aussies here. They do not want to get dominated and be controlled in this game.
Yep.
They know that if they fall behind the game and let New Zealanders get ahead of it, then they've got a big struggle ahead of them, try and pull themselves back forward. I don't know if our viewers are picking this game a little bit.
Season
Really,
really,
a
isn't
little
it?
bit, yeah. Yep. Wait in the box to bowl.
It's a standard Super League, really, isn't it, Colton?
No, this is high quality Test cricket.
Yeah.
I've been absolutely blown away by today's play.
Absolutely.
Australia kicked it off last night, as we've spoken about verbatim. Yeah, it's been amazing.
Don't have to treat water here, boy.
Nice shot.
I don't know if it's just me, but, you know, we talk that he sort of slowed his pace down, but Dudunsky seems to have gained a yard of pace in these few deliveries already, really letting rip into the surface.
Yeah, I think that's fair, but I think he's just missing his length on the off cutter there. I think he really wants to pitch it up further.
Yeah, both are very adept, and you saw Ryan, the way he played that shorter delivery from Butler suggests that you don't want to be bowling that. You really want to be picking that up. So 1 ball in this over and 23 on the board.
It's in the balance. Big ball.
Don't mind that. Great cricket from both teams, but I think honours for Australia. Nothing New Zealand won't mind that. Great over from Dudunsky. Fitzgerald 13, Ryan 10, Dudunsky no wicket for 4. Australia 23 after for 4. Thirds on that first partnership because that was some fierce cricket from both teams.
Fantastic. And now we see the debutants here. Armitage playing in his 2nd test after making his debut in the last test, and batting with Jamie Dina playing in his debut. So Brendan Bryan has a plan here where he is really asking some really big things of junior players, with all due respect, guys who are just seeing their way into this level of cricket. Big raps on Jamie Dina. Everyone I've spoken to says that boy can bat. Hits the ball really hard. He's got a really good presence about him. He's quite strong. So yeah, big raps on him. And Armitage, hey, I actually thought he played really well in his debut match. Really stood up for himself, and yeah, definitely got the goods.
Yeah, absolutely. Dina, former Australian under-22 rep, had a great carnival for South Australia. Typically opens the batting, hits it very hard. Been touted as a really good player for a while, and Jared Armitage would have gone on the Sri Lanka tour last year, except just wasn't able to for personal reasons. So has been in the pipeline for this man, hits the ball very hard. Gardner to finish up here for the 5th.
Wow. And what a fantastic first ball of Test cricket.
Yep, 100%. Great
Down up
shot.
over leg in the springs. Well played, Jamie. and off Mitchell Gardner, nonetheless, who has been absolutely bowling the house down, arguably the best bowler in New Zealand unit over the series so far.
It's got in! It's a wicket early on, a run out. You can check out the replay thanks to B Live and New Zealand. First blood in this pair.
I really like the length here from Gardner. He is asking these guys to hit absolute Yorkers into the top springs.
Yep.
That means that these guys have to go hard at the ball, and trying to play it as late as you can is tough cricket.
Yeah, that is great point.
Great bowling.
Parrott there for the assist on the back. And backs it up with a one down leg side. Thought I might have clipped Dina on the way, but umpire Michael Guest from Australia says not. Now, yeah, that was a great pick-up though from Parrott, tallest man in the team, obviously by a country mile, and that was a great pick-up, tap and go. So Dina, though, on his way. Just, honestly, it's just a procession, this Australian team. Even the new players come in and just sort of bat so maturely early on. Great shot by Dina into a point for 2.
He's got a swagger about him already, Dina.
Does,
looks like he's been playing the game for 5 years. He's got to be nervous inside, though.
Oh, you would be, wouldn't you? Great shot, Armitage.
Yeah,
That's
so look,
2.
this is a game of margin. You know, the margins of inches here. The game of inches. Braden's got a great line going there, but just a touch too short. He's wanting to go really full at the toes, and just a little bit too short there on a half volley length. It's just way too easy to put in the springs. So yeah, but disappointing on the execution there from Mitch. Don't want to get too tough on him because the guy's been sublime with the ball this series, as I'm saying. He's now going to be backed up by his brother, Braden. Left arm pace over the wicket, who again has also been bowling really well. He's probably a yard quicker than what you think facing him, so he really comes onto the bat heavy. Let's see how he goes.
All right, so Gardner, Braden is coming left arm over the wicket. He's going to try and swing it into the right-hander. Yep, and that he does, and he shatters the stumps. And it's a see you later to Jared Armitage, and we'll check out the replay thanks to B Live. He does exactly what he's going to say he does at searing pace, Braden Gardner. That's, oh Jesus, Colsey. How far did that come back in?
He's
cannot hold the batsman on that. That is just impeccable.
He's made him play all around that. What a great pill to start up.
On the left. Everybody's pumped up. Everybody's got an extra yard of pace, an extra yard of swing. They're just trying to get used to that because Mitch Gardner skiddy going away from them. Braden Gardner usually a lot more straighter, but tailing in and faster. No way, not giving that.
That's going down leg.
It's going down a couple of legs there. So, but it's a third ball, They've not even touched, they've not really hit the bat yet on the 3 deliveries from Gardner.
Well, we've got to say both Dina and Armitage do not want to get themselves deeper into this hole of pressure.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's what happens when it goes wrong, and he's just over pitch, and Armitage is so powerful.
Oh, that's fantastic attitude.
He has smashed it away for 4. Well, that's one way to put him. That's one way to put it in doubt. I thought it might have been 7, but it must have clipped side first. So 1 ball to go in the second over of the pair, 2 runs. The total is 25, coming to the end of the 6th. Gone through him. How is that missed? How is that missed? We will never know, but they've got another 3rd ball. Gardner, 1 wicket, 2 3rd balls, a 4 in that over. Really, it's all happening. Back and forth battle here, Guy.
I'm almost speechless, mate. This is what a powerful set that is from Gardner. Backing it up now with Corey liking this because we're bringing the ball full. We're going to be bringing it back into the right-handers as well, and from a different angle. So really liking this change. Armitage, how's the self-belief?
Yeah, I know.
Fantastic.
a member of the Victoria Open side, and he is known for trying to find the back, so definitely backs himself. Yeah, does incredible back and forth stuff. Here comes Corey Perrott, right arm over the wicket. Oh no! Well, what happened there? Well, to run out is the end. I think he thought it was going to be a no ball call. It wasn't. He came forward to it. His partner came running. Well,
even so, Jared Armitage has called no, and Dean has just gone. So
yeah.
He sold him at the river.
Yeah. Two fellas both new, obviously needing to get that understanding with each other as well. What a shot. Great ball. That tailed in so late, and Dean did so well to jam that out into the cover for two. Good to see them just reset straight away.
Yep, so Perrott here is just missing his length, so the lines are really, really good. It's where he wants to be going, but he's just missing on his length just a little bit. Game of inches, test level, you want to be executing exactly where it's going.
Especially while he's got two there on leg. Nice shot. Good fielding, picked up by Dudunsky. So that's a single. New Zealand's pair at the moment with 2 balls to go in the third. 2 runs. That's slightly better. No, that's not up. So gets through for a single. Better understanding between this pair. 7 balls to rectify it, / maybe get up to 12 or 13. They would be pretty happy.
Yeah, Perrott's execution real good in the second half of the set.
That's really good. Geez, Damie Gina has been so impressive, so mature on debut so far, and especially Perrott is really swinging it at pace late. Perrott 1 for 3 off that over, and the score is 5 after 3, 28 after 7.
And yeah, Victor Davies could almost be forgiven being a strike bowler here after the amount of wickets he got in the last test, coming on to close this partnership up. So head of experience against 2 relatively new guys to this level, and 5 on the board.
They won't know where to look. Stop staring at his chest.
And he's opted to go outside off to start with. Don't know if that was just a bit of a loosener of the strategy, but he's missed out because he's got 2 on leg. So that's a single. 5 to go in this pair. Pretty happy with double digits, maybe, Kai? A shot. And Gardner onto it there. He's been good on the lines, has Mitch Gardner. Braden also there on the lines. Butler back at receiver. Pings one back at Armitage. 4 balls to go. And you'll get a 3rd ball. 3 balls to go and a 3rd ball. As Davies, not afraid to keep throwing the ball back at them. Really want the Australians to know that they're there.
Another 3rd baller.
Oh, that's 7. Oh, that's 5. Oh, be interested to see if we get a replay on that and see if it hit the back.
Yeah, I'm calling that
Either
7.
way, he has slaughtered that to the back. Great shot by Armitage under pressure. He gave him the whip, though, to Davies. 5 runs. Nope, good call. They'll be happy if they get 12 or 13 here from where they were and the pressure that's being applied. Last ball to pair. Oh, it was a chance. It was a chance. Nearly got a Hyman. Great work by Dudunsky. He's been excellent there at leg. And that ends the pair. Davies none for 6. Dina 7. Armitage 4. The pair gets 11. And you'd say, well, that's not much. But to be fair, that's probably a fair reflection of the pair.
Yeah, look, I'm not too sure the experience work there by Coach Brian. It was a big risk throwing in two guys together under a bit of heat. It was only going to take an early wicket before those two guys were going to really feel it. You can swag around the corners all you like, but at the end of the day, a couple of mistakes there made with the calling. And I think the Kiwi guys have bowled 4 pretty good sets there.
I don't think it was an issue with the batting per se. That actually looked pretty excellent based on what New Zealand was doing, but it was the calling, it was the understanding really that did them in, and New Zealand doing sort of similar to what Australia did in the field last night, and basically kept them honest, and the indecision came.
So first time we get to see Mark, Lyle. So Lyle's come out with Drever, usual partnership from the first 2 tests.
Yep.
So good to see Drever back on court for the Aussies. He's definitely a weapon for them, up and coming player. He's got a lot of skill. So bit of pressure back here now on the New Zealand team, going back into their areas. So I hope that they go nice and full and put the pressure back on the batters to hit straight.
Here's Butler, right arm over the wicket. And he was gone. Nice work by Butler in his follow through. Good back flick, and Teskey committed too early.
Yeah, disappointed in himself there.
Yep.
Committed himself early.
Yep. But it went straight up, and that obviously caused the indecision. So dot ball, no harm done. A nice shot, just ride the bounce there and the pace Drever into the cover net for 2. What are you happy with here if you're Australia guy from this position?
Well, I think the pressure's on these two to get 20 plus. They need to get 20. They'll be aiming for as close to 30 as possible, I would have thought, and allowing that last partnership to get the team score up over 85. I'd suggest over 85.
And that's gone. All right, add another 5 on top of that.
Yeah, Davies, fantastic effort up the front, off the top roof, top roof.
We'll get the replay thanks to B Live, and great work by the skipper. Indecision, and he came up. Very nice technique. I like that. Used the 2 hands and just sort of lobbed it. Didn't try and tap it too hard. And straight back onto the stumps. They're hitting the stumps in direct. That's what the excellent part of the Kiwis fielding is here. Nice work. This pair right under pressure straight away. Butler bowling out. 2 balls to go in the 9th. -3 through this first pair.
Just to round off the conversation around the total score, I think Australia want 85. I think if they feel if they get over 85, the game's on their side.
Oh, he's got him! He's been given. Teskey's not happy. We'll check the replay out thanks to B Live, but I might have caught the bat. Umpire Guest has given him out. Bit of pace again there by Butler, back of a length. Oh, I think it knocked him straight on the head. Should be getting checked out, but maybe it caught an inside edge on the way, guy. Hard to tell. And a lob straight out for Perrott. It's another wicket, -8. Butler making the impact here in the second over.
A couple of interesting calls there. It is what it is. Both teams here are going to have to just suck it up and just get on with it. Lyle, pretty genuine sort of character, and looked pretty upset with that call. So I guess he doesn't feel like he's got anything anywhere near that one. Australians have found themselves in a bit of a hole here. -6 after the first over. Great set by Butler, and it doesn't get any easier with Ben Saunders coming on left arm over.
So Butler finishing his set, great set, 2 for 3. Mitch Gardner is done, Ben Saunders in the attack. This is clearly not Australia's strongest side, guy, but this put you on the spot. Is this New Zealand's strongest side this series?
Yeah, I think so. The way each player is playing, the balance of the side was the key for me. They do want to be slightly bowler heavy, but overall they need to have that balance right when they do that. So no, good side.
And Ben Saunders into the attack, a bustly left armour. Just sort of puts his real body into it when he comes into the crease. Left arm over the wicket, squeezes it out for 2 to leg side. Tisky
Again,
on strike now.
Some hesitation on that one when they're under pressure. I mean, that's run all day for the
Absolutely.
Aussies, but when they're under pressure, you know, there's a little bit of hesitation and questioning whether they should be running it. Nice shot by Lyle. Great shot. Straight into his bread and butter jar.
Well, it's amazing what not just 2 wickets, but 2 wickets in the space of 3 balls does you confidence. Nice shot, really nice shot, Josh Drever.
Yep, so Saunders again, we were talking about length before with those lines, you know, fantastic lines, but they've got to be at the toes. So yeah, it's where they've got to be. If they miss it, it's going to be just too easy for Drever and Teskey.
Doesn't strike me as a sort of bowler that's going to need a bolt back of a length. He has to really pitch it up and tail it in.
That is class by Lyle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic reply to, you know, call it didn't go his way last over. He's put it all behind him as a leader does, and comes up with shots like that.
Yep, Braden Gardner committed way too early and went just over him. Very nice shot by the Australian skipper for 2. Oh, he's missed it, just left him a bit. I think it was a leg cutter from Saunders. Shot right through. 1 to go here in the 10th over, the second over of the pair. This is they're on 2, Australia on 36.
Yeah, great off cover by Saunders. It's just given Drever something to think about here.
Nice work by Drever. Width given by Saunders being the key on that delivery, and he's jammed it out for 2 more. 10, an expensive over from Ben Saunders has allowed this pair back in. They're on 4 after 2, and Australia are 38 after 10.
Yeah, look, it wasn't that bad an over from Ben, but you know, just high-class quality batting has managed to draw 10 runs out of that over.
Just a quick recap of how we've gotten here. First game, the Australia took it out 73-68. That was a dogfight. Second game, Australia comfortably doing it last night. A clinic in the field, 94-42, and New Zealand struck back, chasing down 75 today, 90-74 to keep this series alive, 2-1. Nice. Happy to see Perrott bowl up right up here. Bringing in the attack early. Oh.
2 misses. Davies, great positioning, just not able to quite grab the catch, but then just missing with the run out. It's created 3rd ball though, so Perrott, great start to the set. Putting a lot of pressure on Drever here.
The 4th third ball of the innings. Nice shot.
2 off 3.
Been able to find those gaps, not just in the springs, but also along the carpet. It has been the key to them sort of clawing their way back into this pair. Nice. Oh, hit that really well, too well, Teskey. Finally gets the width that he's looking for and creams it into the point net for 2.
Probably don't want to spend too much time out there, Corey.
Absolutely. Might not find the ball again. That's cool.
Much better. See if he can finish this set off nicely. Drever's really sucking up this pressure though, not giving an inch yet.
Nice shot.
Yeah, nice.
Really good. Fed him there, eh? Finding it a bit hard to actually bowl to Drever rather than Teskey at the moment. They're just not finding the right line with him, and he's connecting pretty much any area of the pitch they're bowling as Perrott bowls out. 1 for 9 off his 2. This pair 10 with 1 over to play. Australia 23, 11, 10, 44 after 11.
Yeah, 2 pretty strong sets by Perrott there. I think he could be fairly happy with his performance.
Yeah.
There was a chance second ball there with Davies nearly getting the run out, so creating chances off his bowling.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask.
So Dudunski's going to close out and finish for himself. Yeah, probably I'd say 2 or 3 in the front there. We've probably had the one stump to aim at, New Zealand have missed. So you will call those half chances.
Yeah, better length with the off cutter there with Dunsky, getting Drever to play straight. Best case scenario, Drever gets one. Worst case scenario, he's getting run out. So yeah, nice setup there by Dunsky, the bowler.
Nope, didn't want to bowl there. It's bread and butter for Lyle Teske. So just slowly but surely, just sort of keeping the door ajar for this pair to creep over to 50 and give Flores and Rice something to work with.
This crowd is still building both online and here at the venue.
Great to see the number of live views here. Great to see the number of people here at the venue. Some real atmosphere. Really getting into it. This is a very tight tussle. Great delivery.
Yeah, nice.
That one really went away at length. 2 balls to go. 14 for this pair, 48. Couple of crucial balls coming up.
It's unusually animated. Lyle is really disappointed himself not picking up on those outswingers. That's much better. It's nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Playing around Saunders up front.
Probably hasn't felt like he's been under this sort of pressure, I think, all series, really. Especially himself with the bat, and Drever really has been holding his own. Oh, nice shot. Past Gardner. Good shot. Well batted. Good comeback by this pair, and the pick up 18. Josh Drever, especially looking really impressive for 15. Teske 3. Dunsky finishes his 2. None for 12. And Australia 23, 11, 18. 52 after 12 guy. And I'd say with Mark Rice to make his first entry of the tournament, and Matt Flores, very, very well poised.
Yeah, so, you know, we talk about what Australia might be looking to target for here. I think 85 might just be a bit of a stretch here now. I think they'll have to play really well to get there. Definitely got the ability to do that. Conversely, when we look at maybe what the Kiwis are looking to go for a chase, I think anything under 80 is theirs. They'll feel like that they're ahead of the game. So a lot of pressure on Mark Rice here. Matt Flores, world-class player. Mark Rice has been here before, but all due respect to him, probably not coming off the best form of his career over in state champs and national champs. So he's been selected on previous form and history, and I guess a little bit of loyalty. Great to see, and you know, he is class. We've seen some fantastic batting from Rice previously, but the pressure is on him.
Well, if he rises up to the challenge here, first turn at bat, then yeah, absolutely, he's earned his spot.
Absolutely.
Braden Gardner in, left arm over the wicket. And he sprays one down leg. Okay, so this is really important. This first 2, 3, 4 balls set up. Let these fellas get away, and it could really be set up for Australia. Nice work, but that was probably, the service wasn't going to be great to Butler. Needed to be full or hit the stumps. And 1 run for Flores. He gets his account underway. And Mark Rice for his first ball since Trans-Tasman 2016.
Big full in swinger at middle leg.
Quite close, just misses on the length. And nicely glance away, no run.
Yeah, nicely played, and good communication already by these two, showing their experience.
Oh, bowled. Heineman's even copped one. Obviously on the non-gloved finger, but it's a 3rd ball. Gardner forces his third ball of his 2-over spell. That tells you the amount of dots that he's already bowled. So Rice under pressure early on.
What's he going to bowl?
Nice shot, really nice shot, Mark Rice to get underway.
Yeah, great shot. Great shot by Mark.
Yep, just missed his length there. He was not trying to tail it in, just went away from him, and he just turned the bat into the point net for 2, 5 runs. don't think Matt Flores is going to have quite the same issue.
That is, that's the end of a really good set from Braden. A little bit of a blemish with the wide early on, but fantastic lengths. And as we can see again, when it's fuller here, harder to play cricket.
So I've got Hindman, Davies and Saunders to finish up for New Zealand. 5 off that first over. 57 after 13. And Colton said around 85. Yeah, I reckon sort of that 75 to 80 mark is certainly on. If they bat very vigilantly. And I don't think they'll mind that, but I don't think New Zealand will mind that either, because arguably they played a stronger team this morning, chased down 75 and made 90. So this will be very interesting. See how it goes. Stacey Hindman, right arm over the wicket. And it's gone right through Mark Rice.
Yeah, he's not picked that up at all, played all around it.
It was playing for that one that was coming straight on, and it wasn't. And another third ball.
Mark's really good at playing straight too. He usually likes to have that ball coming on, playing, keeping his shape. He's just played around that one early. Oh, nice shot.
Very nice shot. Just suggests the length. This time does Rice. Sorry, rather Hindman, and Rice gets underneath it, pokes it away onto the square leg net for 2 runs, and that was safe as houses.
Dotting them up, the Kiwis. So I think they'll be happy with this. They're going into some really good lines. Flores just playing around that one just a little bit. Just shows what pressure does to high-class quality players.
Yep, speaking of high-class quality players, high-class quality shot.
That is beautiful.
Just missed it up straight. Just found him just below the kneecap, the ball before. This one off his legs, comfortably clapped into the leg night.
Probably a touch predictable from Hyman there. But yeah, just a quality shot.
Nice work by Perrott, though, to save the single. Rice gets through for 1. Starting to get into their work now, this pair, as we near the end of the 14th, end of the second over. They've reached 10 after a tentative start.
Kiwis won't mind this, dots and ones.
Nice work. Caught in a bit of a tangle as Flores. And a good finish from Hindman and a good set from Hindman. 2 overs, none for 9.
And again, we see Hindman's come off for 9 off that over. The Australians have played him really well, but he's actually bowled a really good set.
Yeah.
That's about the 4th over we've seen from Hindman, where could have very easily gone for less runs. Probably deserved to do that, but the Aussies have just been too good. They've managed just to find a way to eke those runs out. So another left arm over and Saunders here. Fairly similar to Braden, not quite as quick, but likes to shape it back in. Can go across with the off cutter.
Keys for me in between those wickets. I've counted around 6 or 7 third balls and none have been taken, so that's really, they've soaked that up. Heaps of dot balls, but again, not soaking up with the wicket.
Well, let's have a chat about that at the end of the game. We might not have to.
Nice work by Saunders.
Yeah, nice start. Nice start. Again, another dot. That's a third ball again, so let's just add another one to that list for you, mate. So 7. See if they can convert.
Don't think that's converted, but the Mark Rice conversion attempt has gone for 7, and that is vintage Rice. He's gone downtown and with authority. 7 runs.
Absolute quality shot from Rice. Wow. Does this game get any better? Yeah, and look, the shot from Rice there, amazing shot as it was, the byproduct of that is Saunders ain't pitching it up next ball.
Yeah.
So Flores knows exactly where it's going to be. He can just lean back on it and take his 2. Yeah, this is going to be interesting here too.
Right shot, great shot by Rice. Gets him behind it, rides the bounce, and into the cover net for 2. This is becoming an expensive over. And Guy Coleman's prediction of 85 is back on the board. 8 balls to go.
Sure is.
But how well did he ride that bounce? This is not Saunders to do, so I'll bowl it back of a length. That's better. That's better. Pitch it up, tail it in. So 1 ball to go in the 15th. 7 balls left. This pair 21 now. 73 is the team total.
Key moment.
And we'll get another 3rd ball to start the 16th and final over of the innings as Guy calls for the refreshments and the...
the quality, just the expansiveness of the Aussies under pressure is they're just not going to let the Kiwis dominate and own with dots and ones. Amazing attitude from Mark Rice in his first game back, first game of the series, under pressure in the cauldron. Yeah.
So Davies will finish, he'll come right arm around the wicket. Saunders went 2 overs for 21, so he went the journey.
That is really well bowled.
Yep, took the
really
pace,
well bowled.
Right off.
Well, he's taking the pace off, but Rice is really committed to the shot real early, and all he's been able to do is bunt it straight to Braden at 3 line off. Yeah, nice start from Davies.
They've soaked up the pressure, they've absorbed it in the first 12, and this pair is starting to make hay. 4 balls to go, 76 is the team total, they edge towards 80. The run there, so 3 balls to go. Finds the inside edge towards Saunders there on leg. So Saunders to Dunsky there in the front. 2 leg side field, Perrott at off. Gardner's on the lines, Butler at receiver.
Rice has turned up, hasn't he?
Yeah, Guy, please, can you, I don't know, run out of adjectives, to be honest.
What are you going to say?
Yep.
What are you going to say?
What are you going to say?
It's quality.
It's quality.
It's class. What else do we want to say about Mark Rice tonight? And look at that scoreboard, mate. So we've got 78 with the ball to go. So 80, I reckon, is New Zealand's. But I think the Australians will feel like it's probably in the balance.
Yep. To be fair with it.
Quality finish from Flores. Yeah. 80 on the board.
He's been excellent as a finisher this series. I really like him in that role with Justin Perkins, now Mark Rice. So Matt Flores 11, Mark Rice 17, and what a comeback for Mark Rice. Didn't he look the goods? Both of them 28. So Australia 23, 11, 18 and 28. They've got 80. Guy Coleman, your thoughts on that one?
Look, I think great set by New Zealand. I think they'll take 80 on the board, given that, we've talked about those strike threes and they didn't convert 1. I think they might be a little bit disappointed with that. The Australians have shown really good, some really good head there, soaking up the pressure that the Kiwis put on them. It's game on. It's game on. The Aussies are going to be fighting really, really hard in the field. I don't think New Zealand is going to want to let them in the game early. So absolute crucial first 4 overs. Butler and Davies more than likely going to open up here unless they decide to make that change and open with Saunders. But I think that will probably have Butler and Davies come in.
Absolutely. Thanks for your comments, Guy. When we come back, New Zealand will be chasing 81 to square the series. Get into indoor cricket. Hope you like that video at www.indoorcricketnz.org.nz. Such a great sport, such a spectacle. This series is such a spectacle. The live stream is a spectacle. The atmosphere at this place is a spectacle. And, well, the battle lines are well and truly drawn. The lights are on bright. And who is going to turn up in this second innings? 2019 Trans-Tasman Series proudly brought to you by SMG. Those bright-looking stumps there in front of us with the Zing Bale. Burley Seacombe is the ball. That is in hand of Luke Ryan. And, of course, Inflatable World, proudly brought to you by Indoor Cricket New Zealand. www.facebook.com/Indoor Cricket NZ. We're on the live stream here on B Live. Thank you very much for your company, Ahmed Khwaja. Guy Coleman is back here joining with me. Guy, 81 to win. It's all on.
It's all set up, mate. It's all set up. Davies and Butler ready to start the innings for the New Zealand side.
Luke Ryan got the ball, and he's going to come right arm over the wicket. And immediately a no ball for foot on the line. Michael Guest, the umpire from Australia, has called him. Davies clipped it straight to Armitage there in the leg line. So 2 on the board for New Zealand.
Exactly the same start from Fitzgerald in the last game.
Stop prancing in when you bowl, just run in.
And a nice shot by Davies, gets his account underway, gets underneath that, and splits it into the point net for 2. So New Zealand up to 4. And that's gone right through Butler. It was a straight one. Just a bit of extra pace there from Ryan.
Yeah, Davies just indicating to his partner just to get those feet moving. Probably feel like they've got lead weights on the bottom at the moment. Butler. Oh.
Yeah, well, speaking of lead weights, probably feels like he's got lead weights in the heart at the moment. I'm pretty sure it's racing. Jeez, that just sauntered past him, and Australia get their first third ball. I'm going to start doing the tally for them because New Zealand picked up at least 7 from my count and didn't convert any. So let's see how the New Zealanders deal with the pressure now.
Yeah. Butler wants to get something on this. Just get to the other end.
And that he manages to do, and he gets a single. Doesn't matter how it happens, doesn't have to be pretty, just needs to be effective. Nice shot, Davies. Yeah, he's been in really good form. There's the skipper. And just uses the pace of Ryan. Nice back foot punch for 2 into the cover net. Ryan none for 7 off his first. Davies 6, Butler 1, New Zealand 7 after 1.
Yeah, and if you want to talk about confidence, I mean, at the moment, Victor Davies right on top of it at the moment. And, you know, personally, I know that Victor has done a hell of a lot of hard work over the last few months to get himself into this position, lead his country in a Trans-Tasman series I know means a lot to him. So knowing that he's done all that preparation work is going to put you in much better stead when you step into the box with the heat on. Teskey's on now, and Teskey coming off 2 amazing overs from the last test and a losing cause. Let's see if he can back up that effort.
Nice shot. Yep. Fist pump there from Davies. Just turned about into him, but he was able to turn the bat. Nice on drive. Goes for 4. First blood to the New Zealand skipper.
Yeah, just amazing attitude from Victor there, but just missing his length, Teskey.
Nice shot. This time Butler riding the pace of Teskey into the cover net for 2 more. So rough start here for the Australian skipper. Down leg side, just tailing too much swing from the Australian skipper. So Fitzgerald in there at receiver is obviously one of the best 3-line fielders in the world, so Armitage into the 3-line. Nice shot, really nice shot.
Davies is on fire.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad ball at all, to be honest. That was just a great shot.
The last thing the Australians want are these two, this partnership getting on anything over 30. Setting up the New Zealand partnerships for the rest of the match. There's a lot of heat on the Aussies here.
Oh, shot! Butler! Has it gone through Armitage? I think it was a full toss. And he scooped it away down through mid-on for 5. And, well, forget 30 at the moment, Guy. Could be 40. 23 of the first 11 balls. Fair ball called by umpire Michael Guest that was outside off within the tram lines, but won't mind that. 23 in the first 2, and Teskey, after 2 phenomenal overs in the last game, none for 16 in that over.
After 2 overs, we've got Davies, captain of his side, leading the way with 15 personal after 2 overs. Mate, I'll take 15 personal in a whole tournament.
Yeah, got to concur with you. Yeah, yeah, got to concur with you there, Guy.
Oh, easy.
Jamie Diener, bright highlighter green box in hand. He's coming to bowl his first ball in his debut match. How impressive was he with the bat? And that is a strong suit. Let's see what he's got with the ball. Interesting to give him the 3rd over. So Butler on strike, 2 off. Quite deep. And not surprisingly, also with a bit of extra pace, seam up. A second, third ball for Australia.
Yeah, nice start from Jamie. He's right at the top of the hip there. I'm actually just spitting off a length there.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I like that. That's not out. It's a nice hit by Flores. And Butler did well considering he was asking for a no ball.
No, that's a great delivery from
The
Jamie.
only thing, yeah.
Not sure of the option for 3rd ball. You know, you'd be happy to bowl that any day of the week, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd
It's a great
say
delivery.
so. The only thing the ball did was crash into his elbow twice.
Yeah, so really soaking up the pressure here now, Victor. He's been the dominant one, and they are not going to want to pitch it up.
Victor Davies has come to play. And Jamie Diener, the rookie, on debut, has a crack at him. Yeah, nice, nice. Testing out the skipper. Gone a bit of a back of a length. This one on a slight length, tailing about in and slapped him just above the kneecap. But 2 on off, so another 3rd ball. Oh no, got him, got him, got him. Great 3rd ball option. Davies with a straight bat. Straight back to Fitzgerald. Great work from Jamie Diener. And it's run out. We'll get the replay thanks to Be Live. We'll check this out here. Colsey and just plays with the straight bat. Not able to turn the bat there. And Fitzgerald does the rest. Big blow.
Fantastic execution from the debutant, Jamie Diener. Very impressive.
Nice work. Good work, Armitage. Jeez, it almost had no business, really, that being that close. Nice work. Australia back in this.
He's athletic, Armitage, there's no doubt about that.
So we've got Diener there, 1 for -2. Great over,
That's a
great
great
start
set.
for him in his first over in Test cricket. And the pair 21. That's still pretty much on par with what New Zealand are chasing, so that is okay. But Matt Flores will close out here.
Yeah, I think 5-6 off this over will do New Zealand, but the biggest thing here will be making sure they don't let the Aussies in with a wicket
Yep.
here. Need to keep that momentum.
Yep.
Aussies certainly will be hunting it out, and what better bowler than Matt Flores to try and produce it for them.
Nice work. Seem to have got the strategy right, I think, since the Diener over started, going slightly into the surface and not giving them too much to work with. They're down the ground or on the legs. 21, 5 balls to go. Nice work. Squirts it away to square leg for 2. Butler is battling, but he's battling.
Yeah,
He's getting away.
Davies called them through well
Yep.
there. Even though they've got the 2 fielders in the pocket down there in the, on the leg, he still called them through. Good attitude.
Well, that was uncharacteristic. Looked like he wanted to pull that one away over to a square leg, but it was never really going to achieve much of that. Nice take by Teskey at the dot ball. Nice, and they're going to get a 4th third ball for this pair alone. That means that there's been 8 dots at least that we can count straight there. So 23, big moment in this match. No shot, Davies, that's what he was looking for, and gets away for 2. Wasn't a bad ball from Flores, but he worked it away, got across, and Butler makes his ground 25 with 1 ball to go.
We talk about game of inches, he's only just off
Yep.
on his line there, really nice length.
Yep.
That's that Matt Flores length, but just off on his line, just a little bit drifting down leg. Davies able to put him away.
No run there, Butler staves him off. A very good pair for New Zealand. Very hard fought. I'd say it almost felt very similar to Australia's first pair of 23 as Flores finishes with none for 4 in that over. Davies 12, Butler 13, that pair 25 after 4 New Zealand, and now requiring 56 there off 12.
Yeah, and I think Australia again will feel like the game's in the balance here. 25 scored in the first partnership. Now, if you'd take that, beginning of the innings, you'd take that 25. No, they had 23 after 2 overs. Now Australia have pulled that back magnificently. 2 really good sets led by Jamie Diener, the debutant, against 2 guys who are in really good form. So, Australia, they're not walking away from anything, man. They're here and they've got really good game plans in place. Every time they're executing, they're actually, looking like they can create some damage. So if they continue in that vein, Dunsky and Stacey Hyman, who are going to be batting second for the New Zealand team, they've got a bit of work cut out for them. Let's see how they play it.
Josh Drever is going to bowl. Stacey Hyman, Michael Dunsky going to take the crease. Hyman will square up first. Fitzgerald at the back, Armitage, Rice running the lines, Diener and Ryan up at the off, and Flores there, of course, on leg. Teskey is the keeper, and this man can bowl some serious pace. Serious pace that goes off the pitch, and wide to start.
loosener. That's what the quicks call it.
Yep, we've both been there, done that.
Sure you have.
But maybe not two. 2 for free. Down, one down off, one down leg as Drever needs to reset and get into his work.
Tell you what, that's 2 wides, but that's 2 really quick wides.
Yeah. So when he has to face it, eventually he will have to face the ball, but for now he's given him 3 freebies.
Yeah, I think Drever's just, I mean, he's getting it down there, but perhaps he's just trying it just a little bit too hard. Lyle's just asking him just to settle down, mate. Don't have to get it down here too quick. Just get into the right areas, we'll do the job for you.
Nice ball. And Hyman sets into his work, jams down on that into cover, just uses the pace of Drever, doesn't do anything else fancy. So he picks up 2, gets his count underway. 8 runs already in the first 4 balls. And this one, that was the one he gets on target, sort of similar to Braden Gardner from New Zealand, squares into him.
So Michael's just going to watch that he really keeps his shape here and he makes sure he plays straight.
Yeah.
Don't look to go around that swing.
Yeah. Just very careful. I have a feeling we've got a 3rd ball coming up. Oh, that's the end of the over. But a 3rd ball coming up and it will be the 4th of the innings. And Drever, none for 8. Well, 4 wides, 2 dots, so hit and miss, as you'd expect with a bowler of his type. And New Zealand, 8 first pair, 25-8, 33. After 5, Mark Rice will now come into bowl.
Yeah, coming off a really fantastic batting effort, closing up for the Australians, Mark Rice. Now being asked to do the job to complete the skill for the strike 3. See what happens.
It is serious carnival with the bat this year for WA, and you know, that is his strong suit. We've seen him go downtown. His ball so much. He's not the rapid. He's just a crafty operator. Apologies that the scorecard doesn't show the skins, but just to give you the update on the pairs, Australia batted first. 23, 11, 18 and 28. They made 80. New Zealand in the first pair, 25, and in the second over here, they're on 10. So...
Yeah, great to hear from you too, Dean. Thanks for the message, mate.
Nice work. Just misses out on it going into the point net. Hits the back first. So a single for Hyman. 3 to come in this over, 4 runs off it so far.
Yeah, so Rice just searching for that length on this deck. I really think he wants to be a little bit fuller and straighter.
Yeah, I think he's also trying to bowl too fast, and he's not, I think, quick enough. And I don't know, if I was him, if he has a cutter in the armoury, I reckon this would be the time to start using it.
Well, he's forced himself to go around the wicket here to try and tighten up this line here.
Yep, fair delivery. And it's gone past Dunsky, asking the question of umpire Michael Guest, but no way that was a wide. And there is 1 to go in this over. And Dunsky running over that, going for the big dive, had to run around Armitage and gets a single. 7 off the over, Mark Rice's first over. Heinemann 11, Dunsky 4. New Zealand 15 after 2, 40 after 6, well placed, halfway to Australia's score. Of course, Australia scored 80 batting first. Fishield and Ryan scored 23. Armitage and Drever scored 11. Armitage 11, Teskey and Drever 18. Rice and Flores 28 for a team total of 80. Sorry, that was Armitage and Dinas caught 11. So, and yeah, interesting choice. Yeah, Teskey's going to bowl out. Teskey to bowl. Nice one. Pings Dudansky there on the leg. Wasn't expecting it. Barely offered a shot. So that's better rhythm there from Teskey. Went for 16 in his first over. Oh, there's Teskey of old. Look at that. Isn't that a ripping in-swinger? Equal to the task and the third ball of the innings. None have been converted between either team.
Yeah, but both Hyman and Dunsky have got themselves in a position where they can just really soak up these dots. As long as they get runs here.
Very true. As long as they do, but they don't, and that is fantastic setup.
Yep.
3 in-swinging Yorkers by Teskey. Well picked up by Armitage, flicks it to Flores, and that is vintage Australia. So serene. Nice wicket.
Great turnaround from Teskey here. 3 great deliveries there at Dunsky, and Fitzgerald mopping up there.
Sorry, pardon me. Fitzgerald back there on the line where he belongs, 3-leg line. Dina back in there at receiver. So some personnel changes on the court. Oh, really had to struggle. So really had to put in a big stretch there to the Hindman.
No dive.
Yeah, no dive. No dive.
Stacey's still feeling like he's got the wheels.
As what they all say. Nice work. Dudansky turning his bat. Bit of a struggle here for him, and they've targeting the legs, the ankles, the shins of Dudansky, and so far paying off.
I talked up Dudansky early on in the series, being that's his strength, but he's actually seemed to struggle there a little bit. Not just holding his shape, playing around the ball a little bit. That is a fantastic set from the captain, leading from the front, Teskey. He'll be asking his next bowler to finish off the set for his team. Really, really well bowled.
That is it. He's just a true pro. None for 16 in his first over. Forget about that. And that is a fantastic over. Seriously, the setup, the swing, and targeting the batsman's weaknesses. He's set it up for Rob Fitzgerald to have a red-hot go here in the 8th over. And New Zealand 25 plus 11, 36 now after 7. And the 6th third ball opportunity of this innings. Remembering, I think I counted New Zealand had about 7 or 8.
This is one of those key moments. We've been talking about key moments in games where things could go either way. This is it. So we've got Dudansky and Hyman who's sitting on 11. They've got 1 over left in their set. 5, 6 off this over gets them over that halfway mark at 42 runs on the chase. Sets up the New Zealand team try and finish that off over the back 8. That's a really good shot by Hyman.
Very, very nice.
Playing off his toes, putting it up in the screws. And it's in that Flores area, but yeah, no, too good for him.
I think after this effort, he'll be getting a new bat sponsor. Any ideas, Guy? Nice work. And Dudansky, yep, well, they've gone for the target there. Not just there, they're aiming for the hips. 2 men there on the leg. And it's been a real battle out from out there.
Yeah, it depends what type of shots Stacey Hyman wants to play. If he wants to play down-ups, then it's an obvious choice of bat sponsor.
Oh, this is too good. On and off the court.
Maybe he needs to shoot along to playersport.co.nz. I think there's some options there for him.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. I'll shoot him in the right direction, clearly. Here's Fitzgerald. And Dudansky finally getting something, only just because the length is just off for once. But it's probably 1 in about 10 balls at his face there. Down leg side.
And again, Fitzgerald, he's just just those little blemishes. I saw him in the last test where he's just he bowled a no ball and a couple of wides just at crucial times, and just letting New Zealanders off the hook here. That's better from Fitzgerald. Nice areas. So big ball here, big ball to see if the Kiwis can just see this out. Score 42, so just over the halfway mark for the Kiwis.
Off the legs, well bowled.
That's
Good comeback.
nice. Nice from Fitzy.
Yep. So that ends the pair, and well, they've battled it out. Heinemann 16, Jadunsky 1. Fitzgerald, none for 6 off that over. New Zealand 25 and 17. They're 42 after 8. And they need 39 to win in the last 8 overs. So we've got Gardner and...
Mitchell.
Gardner, Mitchell to partner up with Corey Perrott, which means Ben Saunders and Braden Gardner will close out.
That's it. Aussies will feel like they've got a chance here. These next 4 players for the Kiwis are still relatively new to this sort of level, playing really good cricket and a lot of talent, but the Aussies will really feel like if they just keep hitting those areas over and over again and keep building up that pressure, much as they did last night in the front 8, I feel like they're really in a chance here.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Probably the hardest 39 runs they've ever had to chase these guys.
Yep, absolutely. So Gardner battled with Fellows in the previous game. Perrott closed with Saunders, so a bit of change there in 3rd and 4th as Ryan finishes up. And Mitch Gardner, Fitzgerald hits, it's all over, and gets through for a single, though, gets his account underway.
Yeah, look, it's a really nice start from Luke Ryan. Really nice shot by Mitchell Gardner, and just Fitzgerald just not able to do his usual self and hit the poles. Nice cricket.
And Perrott, been pretty impressed with him with the bat.
He's
Good
really
goal
standing
batsman.
up.
Yep.
He's done a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
He's now, because of his studies, he's now living and playing out of Dunedin. And he's trying to grow into cricket down there. Good on him. But he had a really good provincials by all the sounds. He had a really good Asia Cup as well.
Yeah, very smart man too, obviously. Studies down in Dunedin physio, so...
Is he?
Yeah. Very astute individual if you talk to him off the court. Maybe you've had some encounters I haven't, but I don't drink, so I wouldn't really know that.
I like Corey, he's a good man.
Yeah, good man. And Gardner was in no position to run, so Perrott's run the 2 for them, but no run there. So 4 in the first 4 deliveries.
Just some really good cricket, and Mitchell Gardner's done the right thing there and not run. He's called no. Corey's committed himself on the backing up, but Matt Flores lurking up
nice
there.
Work.
Don't give him a chance.
Got out, so just jammed down on that. That was good by Gardner. Just used the pace of Ryan and got him into the cover offside net for 2.
Yeah, good fielding by Drever, but I also think it's probably the right call by Michael Guest, the umpire.
That's work. So 1 and 7 off the over. Ryan finishes his set of 2, none for 14 for his night's work. Luke Ryan, he's bowled out. And 49 is the score, New Zealand after 9. So therefore they are 32 and adrift with 7 to play. And Jamie Dina, who was very impressive in his first over, Rice goes to receiver, is going to come into the attack. Very impressed with this man on his debut. Got 2 on off there.
It's going to be really interesting.
Armitage and Ryan.
Really interesting what length he's going to go in here with Corey Peart just being just a little bit taller.
Yeah.
It just makes it a little bit harder for Dina to hit that length.
You can kind of
But
see,
you're right, first over, real impressive.
kind of see where he's looking for though. Just wants to bother the hips there. Yeah, nice work. Good all round there from both teams. Gardner committed to the run. Peart put in the dive off the net. Pick up from Flores. Good pick up from Rice. Oh, nice. Great atmosphere here. Great to see so many viewers on the live stream. A lot of comments, a lot of interaction. Jesse Ryder's here over my shoulder. He wants to get on the action. Former New Zealand player. Great. Oh, very lucky Gardner.
I
Slight
can't believe
misjudgment.
they haven't gone up for that.
Yeah, geez.
That's probably going
Yeah,
down,
absolutely.
but that's worth a
Oh,
shout.
definitely it's worth a shout.
No interest by anyone. Wow.
It did definitely clip the leg, didn't it? For sure.
You're only getting LBs.
And the 7th third ball of this innings, Colsey, and 1 run to Gardner. So 12 with 1 to play in the 10th, the second of this pair.
Yeah, I know it might sound like we've got a few larrikins in behind us who are creating the noise, but the tension is just building here. Overall, the crowd has just gone a little bit quieter.
Yeah.
A little bit more interest here, and I'm sure our viewers at home are just coming right, heading into the back end of this game. A lot of tension, a lot of pressure being built up on both units, and the crowd, just settling into it.
So Dina finishes his spell 1 for 5. Great night's work for him on debut. So we've got Armitage will finish up here. So rather, Armitage is going to bowl his first. And if you're sort of looking for a Braden Gardner and a Saunders, I mean, Saunders and Peart, they scored 24 in the last today when they needed about 9 to win. You probably don't want him scoring in more than probably 15 at a stretch.
I think this partnership's going to want to get as close to 70 as they can.
100%. Armitage around the wicket. Peart going for a big point.
Again here, I'm just wondering if Lyle's got this right. Absolute respect for him as a lead, as a captain, and how dare I say anything, but we've got Armitage here who's looking to swing into the legs by the look, but we've got 2 on the off. Maybe Armitage just got that 1 roll. He's actually looking to go across the right-hander.
And he does that, but Gardner's equal to the task, and the 2 fielders will have no chance there on the point net. 2 runs.
Yeah, Gardner's going to be too good there. He's going to let that pace come onto the bat, such soft hands, and just not overhit the ball. It's just going to loop up on the top of the net.
Shot by Peart. Definitely on the offside. Oh, Jesus. Dina's nearly caused a catastrophe back here. The catastrophe by Peart to start with. Don't worry, my laptop's still intact. That's the main thing. And what's happened is that Armitage has thrown one up. Peart's thrown the hands outside off with the half volley, and he's drilled it towards the 3 let and for 4 runs. So 4 valuable runs now, 64.
Peart can do that to you. And all day long, Mitchell Gardner's going to do that to you. I don't think Armitage has got this right, the game plan.
I'm just trying to figure out what exactly it is at the moment with 2 on off.
I'd rather see Rice over on the leg side pocket and have Armitage come in at the hip.
Yeah, correct.
Bring Flores into the game. He's been absolutely magnificent.
Nice work. But that has just happened too often this over for my liking. Great over for New Zealand. Armitage, none for 11 in his first over, and he could have a big part to play because that's just his first. So 67, just as you mentioned that, guy to get towards that 70 mark. So 25 in this pair. New Zealand 25, 17, 25 after 3:67.
Talk about crucial moments. What a big over that is for New Zealand. Corey Perrott coming out with the drive for 4 mid-over, putting the pressure back on Armitage, who, you know, he really is playing really, really well at the moment, coming off a great season back home. A different level.
So Matt Flores is going to finish up, which means Drever, Fitzgerald, Rice and Armitage will close out the fourth. Two runs to Perrott. Been excellent in that particular area of the court as this pair, riding the bounce, riding the pace. Don't really need to do anything extravagant from here, I think.
Yeah, and look, you know, this is old head on young shoulders with Mitchell Gardner. You know, he's just soaking every ball up, just taking every ball as it comes. Cool head, really good decision making.
Two more.
Why are you bowling outside off with 2 on leg, mate? Hold the big bash ball. Hold the big bash ball. I suggest you probably want to hit the fly. He's already in there.
Oh, if Dina hits the stumps, nearly collects it, gathers, it could have been out. There could have been a big wicket. Gardner survives backing up, though. Good to see they didn't overcommit, but it's 2 on leg and he's still bowling outside off. Oh no, oh no, oh very lucky, very, very lucky. The communication was all over the place. Perrott is lucky to survive. That could have been a huge play, Colsey.
Yeah, that's an opportunity missed, and I'm just watching the body language of the Australians now, and yeah, they are frustrated. Hasn't quite fallen the way they wanted. Flores actually bowled a pretty good over. He's created 2 chances there.
Oh, what a shot. What a finish from Mitch Gardner. Stamp on that for 2, clips it into the leg side. And Matt Flores has finished up his spell. It was pretty good over up onto the last delivery, just with that exclamation mark. And he's gone for 2 overs for 10. Good effort from Flores, but that pair, Perrott, Mitch Gardner, 31. And New Zealand now 73 after 12. 8 runs to win in this last pair. The series is on the line at the moment for them to stay in it, and Braden Gardner and Ben Saunders have the honours.
Buckle it in, guys, buckle it in.
All right, I'm ready. I'm going to take my scarf
ready
off.
To go, man. A big shout out to Cam Wilder back home, mate. It's almost bedtime, so hopefully this game finishes just before you put your head to your pillow. Hope everything's going well, my man.
The great Australian indoor cricket commentator, Cam Walter, who must be on the edge of his seat watching this. The 2019 Trans-Tasman Series proudly brought to you by SMG, Inflatable World, and Burley Seacombe here at the Palmerston Indoor Sports Arena, Palmerston North. Buckle yourself in the live stream. If you're at the centre, this is going to be explosive. Josh Drever to get us started to Ben Saunders.
Big over.
And a big shot. There's Saunders. 75, 5 runs adrift. You and I both know Colsey don't want to be chasing the game with 3 overs to go. Braden Gardner with the leave, and well entitled to do. That's good, good match awareness. The SMG bat in hand.
Left arm quick to left arm quick. Yeah, well bowled.
Yep.
That's well bowled.
This time he's looked to have a piece of it away from his body. The 8th third ball of this. Will Australia finally convert, and what a time it would be to do it. Probably got to go. Surely got to tail this one in. Oh my God. Oh, he dropped it. Has he dropped it? I think Ryan has surprised him. Has surprised Gardner. He gets away with one. 77 now the score, 2 to play in the 13th.
Yeah, he's tried to bowl the off-cutter there. It's just come out wrong. Full bunger outside off, hit straight into the net flat. And, yeah, that catch from Rice just not picked up. My apologies, that's Luke Ryan up front. Sorry, Ricey.
Very nice shot. Oh, great
well
fielding.
fielded.
So athletic,
Great fielding.
Mark Rice.
Mark Rice has had a blinder tonight, hasn't he?
Well, the two men who have not featured in the series have stepped up tonight. Dina, Rice, 5 off the over. Bit of a battle of attrition, couple of leaves, and 78. This game is well done from over. Rob Fitzgerald, step up.
So 5 runs off that over, off the strike weapon of the Australian unit. They needed wicket, minimum 1 wicket. They needed, if they'd like 2 wickets off that over. Conversely, they've got 5 runs off that. So New Zealand's really ahead of the game here. They need 2 runs to get over or 3 runs to get over the Australian score in 3 overs.
So he's got Ryan and Flores 2 on his leg, Armitage at the off. And yep, they're going to be conservative about this. Got to think about it. 3 runs to get there, 3 overs to go. Drever on offline, Rice on leg line, Dino at receiver. Outside edge, the 9th third ball of this innings.
You're plugging that 3rd ball, champ.
Yeah, I do. Just want to see how this stacks up at the end. This is going to be so close. And yet again, New Zealand get out of jail. By hook or by crook. Saunders misses that clean, probably hits that big bicep of his, and they get through for a single.
It's only big in relation to the rest of his body.
Classic. Down leg side, oh, big one. Michael Guest, stern on his call.
Look,
Gardner gets inside the line.
That's a tight call by the umpire, by Michael Guest, but what I'll say about Guest is he's been extremely consistent on that all game, so you can't complain with that.
Yep. Oh, squared.
Not that Fitzy was complaining, but I'm just saying that, you know, for the viewers watching, I think you might be a little bit tight in there. Guest has been really good tonight, been very consistent.
Oh, he's too much of a pro to take anything to heart as Rob Fitzgerald. And we'll get another 3rd ball to start the 15th with New Zealand ahead by 1 run. 81 New Zealand, 80 Australia. Remembering if New Zealand get the win tonight, it's 2-2. And the open women and the open men will go into tomorrow's finals clash at 2 apiece. Just recapping where we will be tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. start time here, New Zealand local time, with the under-22 girls, the last game, which Australia lead 3-1. The under-22 boys at 12:30, Australia lead that 3-1. The open women at 2:30 for the squared at 2-2, and then the open men at 4:30, presentations at 7:30 p.m. Mike Rice into the attack. Oh, and a 3rd ball, and they've converted it. So my 3rd ball notes have finally come into play. It was a wild delivery outside off, sort of almost gone off the pitch, Colsey. But Teske taking it clean. They've stopped in slow motion. Saunders has looked at the umpire, straight back to Dina, and big wicket for Australia back in it. Oh, jeez, flirting with danger, but Gardner manages to squeeze that one into the square leg net for 2, and back to almost parity. So Australia head by 2 runs now, 80-78. It's pair on 5, and there's 10 balls left in the match.
With Armitage to bowl the last. Yeah, nice areas from Rosa using
Really
his experience there. A couple of balls, he's just taken the pace off just a little bit, so he's forcing the Kiwis just have to come at the ball.
seems like they're just going into their shell a bit, reluctant to get the feet going forward.
A lot of people would, mate.
Oh, well, it's got Abetz out. Oh, that is an impeccable play. Mark Rice, it was going for 5. He's fielded it off his own bowling, turned around, throw down the stumps. We'll check out the replay thanks to B Live. But, well, what can you really do if you're Ben Saunders? Just couldn't pick that up. And that is incredible. All-round skills.
Mark Rice has given his team a chance here. Amazing skills from him. He's been the man of the moment for the Aussies tonight.
Oh, and the pair is now struggling, and all of a sudden, they were in front, remember, Guy Coleman. 3 or 4 deliveries ago. New Zealand were on 81. We're winning this game. Now they're 7 behind. There are 7 balls to go. Shot Braden Gardner. Shot under pressure. On the legs, he's drilled it into the square leg net for 2. Mark Rice, what an evening he's had. 2 for 1 from his 2. Jared Armitage, I said, was going to hold the key, and now he's got to walk through the door. He's going to finish up. He's got 5 runs to work with. Guy Coleman, your thoughts? Let's pick a winner right now.
Well, it's going to be interesting to plan here. Where are they going to go to the batters? Because Armitage usually wants to slide that across the right-handers. But if he keeps that length that he's bowling in the first over, he's going to be playing into the batter's hands, because all they want is pace onto the bat, and they can play soft hands, and they can bounce it over the point fielder. Looking at the fielding setup here, so Rice has situated himself at point on the offside, although Armitage is now looking to bowl over the wicket, perhaps.
Right, so Armitage, right arm over the wicket. He's got Ryan and Rice here at the top, in the front off Flores on leg. And great shot. Gardner, gone to leg, gone to off. Given the room to jam it out into point for 2. So that takes New Zealand up to 77.
Fantastic shot by Braden. Great way to start this last over. Armitage got to tighten up that line.
Oh no, oh no! Off the leg, I thought he had just popped it straight off, but bang off the leg it goes, but it's a dot ball, most importantly. So
the Aussies don't look too disappointed about that, and Saunders here sort of, I guess obviously he's going to shake his head pretty early on, but the Aussies don't look too disappointed about that. Great delivery.
4 needed off 4 balls.
Yeah, bringing Flores into the game there. Now this is really good from Armitage. Found his radar. Another 3rd ball coming up here. If it's full, expect Ben Saunders to hit it hard, hit it flat.
A pivotal moment in the match. 4 needed off 3 balls. There's a 3rd ball coming up.
Pivotal in this series.
And he's got it. He's got to go. He's got to go. Oh, what happened there? Just couldn't quite get it. Just not the right amount of service for Teskey, but still Australia hold the aces here. 3 needed off 2 balls. New Zealand must win this game. A tie won't be enough.
Yeah, a tie's not enough. A tie's enough to tie the series.
Jeez, Guy, what a time to bring out the joke.
So they want to win it.
Oh, outside edge.
Great delivery. Armitage is stepping up.
He's pulled out his best delivery in 11, outside edge. Final ball of the game. New Zealand need 3 to win to take the series 2-all. Armitage is going to bowl to Braden Gardner. And, well, you really think he bowls a straight one and makes them run over it. Here we go. What is going to happen? Strap in. Oh, it's over. Oh, it's over. Oh, my God. Would you believe it? Would you read about it? You wouldn't. Australia have come back from the brink, and they've beaten New Zealand by 2 runs. I cannot believe it. But that is an impressive performance. This is incredible scenes. They've won the series. They're up 3-1. They're celebrating, and why not? Guy Coleman got to give credit where it's due. When it came to the death, they knew how to get it done.
Yeah, you sure do. I haven't seen the Australians put under pressure like that, and look how they've responded. Ask their bowlers just to go in the areas ball by ball by ball, and they've done their job for their captain, for their leaders. That is an amazing effort. Condolences to the New Zealand team. They've been a hell of a team these last 2 matches, especially the first match. Only just lost that, but Australia, true champions and well-deserved. They've come back from nothing there. New Zealand had every right to win that match, and you just can never count them out. You never count them out. They've just gone into fantastic areas, and at the end of the day, you know, skills are almost not even part of the game. It's all about the mental pressure, and unfortunately for both Saunders and Braden Gardner, you know, just falling a little bit short there. Feel really sorry for them. You know, really tough situation to be put in. But at the end of the day, Australia, well-deserved champions. Congratulations.
It's a bit of learning experience for Saunders and Gardner, and obviously very young to international cricket. But the Australians got it done when it mattered, and take nothing away. Absolutely nothing in between those two teams in this game. And to be honest, match number 5, what did rubber? I don't think that's going to matter. I'm looking for an explosive contest tomorrow.
Yep, so the Aussie girls are on. I think that the girls team, the boys team, it's going to be an amazing test in the women's competition. That's just going to be an absolute nail biter. Amazing sport, amazing cricket played by both teams today, as were the men's as well. The Australians have just pipped that, and then we've got a dead rubber tomorrow, but New Zealand's going to turn up, as will the Aussies, and make it a real contest. So still some amazing cricket to get played. I think it's New Zealanders will feel like it's probably deserved to be that sort of 3-2 contest, so they'll be looking to get up that second test against them and take some confidence into their next campaign.
Australia are the winners of the Trans-Tasman Series 2019. They're taken out 3-1, but not without a huge fight from New Zealand. Well earned. And Australia have taken this one out. Australia batted first, 23-11, 18-28. They've scored 80. They beat New Zealand 25-17, 31-578. They've won by 2 runs. We'll be back on air tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. local time for the last under-22 girls match, 12:30 for the 22 boys, 2:30 for the open women, and 4:30 for the open men. Guy Coleman, always a pleasure, mate, to have you in for your comments. Looking forward to tomorrow's match. Yeah, great just to be a part of an experience with you, to be honest, mate, running through the whole thing together. Talk about a slow burn, but look forward to seeing you and hanging out with you tomorrow. And from all of us here in Real Cricket New Zealand, Ahmed Khawaja for Guy Coleman, it's going to be see you tomorrow, and have a very lovely evening.
Go Harbour.